Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up Demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So this is a pre-recorded video, and I've done this for my card sketch number 129. And I've done this I've pre-recorded it because I'm actually over in Austria at this point. So I'm either in Vienna or Salzburg. I'm not sure just because of the time change and everything else, but I have got it scheduled to go live. So make comments, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. It's something that I'm going to be doing while I'm away. I'm going to be doing my technique class and also my 2 card sketches. This one's a really fun card sketch. I'm kind of excited about this one. So I'm going to let's just go right on down to my desktop there. So yeah, I hope to be doing lots of posts while I'm in Austria, and hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. Oh, I'm sure it will be. And of course, I'm there for a Stampin' Up conference. Okay, so this is card sketch number 129. It has a lot of layers on it. It looks a little more confusing than what it actually is, but it is not that confusing. So this basically, it has a regular card base, and then it has layer 1, which is a normal layer. And then you'll see these squares, and I'm going to go along. As I go along, I will explain what those levels, those different layers are. It's very simple, so don't be alarmed. I am using the Kindest Gnome bundle. It has these really cute little gnomes on there, or you can die cut your own gnomes. And also check out this designer series paper. So we're going to be using this designer series paper today and one of these gnomes from there. Now these dies that you have that go with it do cut out. They'll cut out the toadstools, or you could actually stamp them and color them. But what a fun set. And I've done so many different things with them. They're not necessarily made just for Christmas. You could make this into a Halloween gnome. You could do it into a lot of different things. Halloween, Christmas, you could do it into a birthday party gnome. Like I say, you can make up your own gnomes there as you go. So that's what we're using today. And of course, I'm going to be using some of the other stuff from the storybook suite. I'm using these fine sparkle adhesive back gems. Those are kind of fun to use. And then I also plan on using, we'll see how this works. I might be using, and this is in there too, is this double stitched ribbon. It's quite a coarse ribbon, so it's very hard to tie bows with it, but it's because it's 2 layers of ribbon. All right, so let's get started on this card sketch. I have my bits and pieces cut out. So we'll just bring those out, and hopefully I'm not going to lose anything as we go. All right. One thing I did do right off the bat, now I'm trying to think, where should I put this? I'm going to put this off to the side over here. And then I can show you some of this other stuff. On the back of, this is one of the first ones that we've done. This is the first layer, which is the 4 by 5 1/4. This is run through with the embossing folder, and it's called the Whimsical Woodland. And it's such a neat embossing folder. And for something that's kind of, and I've done this as a wintry one. I didn't do it as a birthday or anything that's fun like that. Now, what I was thinking, that if I go ahead and I put this piece on here, I didn't know whether or not if I wanted to put this ribbon on here as well. You know what? It's okay. So, but I want to make sure that I know where this piece goes. So I'm not going to actually put this on to begin with. I'm going to leave this layer off, but I did cut this 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it 5 1/2. So we've got a 10th fold card here today. And like I say, this piece is going to go on here, but I think I'll do this part of the card sketch, and then I'll decide at that point whether or not if I want to put the ribbon on or just go ahead and just put this part on the bottom as it shows here, because I wrote on here a sentiment or a ribbon. Okay, so all these pieces, like I say, very, very simple to follow with it. So this is the part off of the Storybook Gnomes. It's on the other side, it has the snowflakes, and on this side, it has the mountains and the trees. All right, so I have a piece of designer series paper, and it happens to be 2 3/4 inch square. And then I've got a piece of basic white, and it's 2 1/2 inch square, and that's just going to go on there just like that. And I think the easiest way to do this is to show you how I put the 3 squares together, and then we'll put it all together on the card. So we're just going to center this in here. Just like that. And then our second piece is going to be, and this piece is 2 1/2 inch. Now we have another piece, and this happens to be white, and it's 2 1/2 inch square. And then we have a piece of the designer series paper that's 2 1/4 inch square. The only thing that's really strange is that these two basic white pieces are the same size. Now, I've done a few other cards that have been similar to this, but this one is this is different than that one I did last year. I don't think I did it as a card sketch, though. Let's just get that straight in there. And see, this piece is going to go, this is going to go like this. Then this piece is going to go straight. And then this piece here is a 2 inch square, and it's the designer series paper. And then this is 1 3/4 inch square. So the fact that they're all squares makes it very easy. All right. Just like that. We just want to get that so it's good down. Now, I found the best way to do this was to line this piece up here along my grid paper. And what I want to do is when I get it, let's see, that's in the middle. So it's 4 inches. So we want to put this right up to there. And then what I want to do is I want to get this part here is going to line up this point here and this point here, and then this point is also going to line up to this center part there. So that's how I'm using my grid paper to help me get this lined up. And it's really just the first one that you really have to worry about, and that's this one. So like I say, I'm going on an angle, getting it lined up there and there and right to there. And this should this will line up. If you've got those other 3 corners lined up, it'll line up. So you just have that like that. And then this piece, oh my goodness, I didn't get that on there straight. Oh dear. Well, I can trim that to make it look a little straighter. It's going to go, if I put it on here like this, you're not going to notice it as much. There we go. So this piece here is going to go straight onto your cards, onto your card base. When I say straight, it's going to go like this. And then you want it so that these corners are going to be, and this all even on there. And then this piece is then going to come back like this and go into there. Kind of an interesting sort of design on there, isn't it? Now, don't forget to also make sure that you do enter into the challenges. We're into November now, so this will be for the November challenge. If you live in Canada, I can give away a stamp set or a product. And if you live outside of Canada, I cannot give away product. That's due to Stampin' Up regulations. So what I have to do then is I have to go ahead and send you a tutorial. But these tutorials are pretty amazing. All right, so I went and I cut this gnome out of there. We're going to pop him up. I think he's so cute. He's going to go right like that. Now, what I have to do is decide, am I going to put this, am I going to use ribbon, or am I just going to use this strip across here and just do a sentiment right onto that strip? Or do we want to do some ribbon with it? Now this is the ribbon that came in the suite. I don't really like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to come in and just cut this down to 4 inches so that it goes right across my card there. And that is going to go right on there like so. Now I'm not going to attach that yet because I'm going to go, and I think what we'll do is we have a couple of options to do. I can go ahead and use the stamp set, and we can decide, am I going to make this Your Kindness Does Not Go Unnoticed or Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year? That's, you know what, I might even do this into a Christmas card. I don't think I have done a Christmas card. I don't know. Maybe. What does this one say? Your Kindness. I wonder where my that stamp set went to. I do have some stamps out here. Oh, well. I think I might have it out for a class. So let's do the kindness one. Actually, I really want a Christmas one, so I'll be right back. And there's our stamp. Now I'm just going to come in because it's dark. I have to do it with an embossing powder. So I'm going to come in with my Versamark. We're just going to go, and I'm hoping to get this straight. And we're going to use, it's not too bad. I'm going to use my white embossing powder. I'll just come in with my cardstock and do this way. There we go. Put our lid back on. And then let's just heat this. I love these tweezers from that set. There's so many other uses that you can use for them. So we're just going to heat that up and just going to go, and we need it to show up. There we go. And then this part can go right onto here. And then I can turn around and put the rest on. I'm going to put this on with dimensionals, I think. I think that'll make it pop up a little bit. And you know, do you have a bunch of these pieces that are here, the long straight edges? They work great for when you're doing, I'm going to do 4 of them. They work great when you're doing like these strips. Whoops. So I'm just going to come in and do them on opposite sides like this. Whoops. And this one can go across there. And then that can go right onto there. Yeah, I save these pieces. Or what happens is a lot of times is my dimensionals only, they have those pieces off right away. So, or like I take them off right away. All right, so I'm just going to put this on there. It's going to go onto my card. I did stick that down, but I wanted to make sure I get it good and even. turn around and just put this on. Now the beauty of this embossing folder, this whimsical embossing folder, is you could use both sides. This is the debossed side, and then you could do use the embossed side. I did use the embossed side on this particular card. Just like that. Now, I forgot to bring in my piece to do the inside. So we can go ahead and put this on the inside there. But I want to also go ahead, put this gnome up here, and we'll put that on with dimensionals as well. Here we go. On there. And then we'll just turn around and do this. So I hope that you'll enter into, like, put your name in. It goes under the group. There is a link under this video as well. That shouldn't dip in the middle. Let's go ahead and put that guy right there. Now, there was another one that has a bit of red on there that would have been really fun. Now, these fine sparkle adhesives, I like the fact that they're kind of, they got grid marks on them, and they're kind of fun. And I'm going to actually use all the big ones. You know what? I'll just put one here. Just like that. And like I say, we could have done the ribbon on there, but I didn't. Now what I want to do is I just want to cut this piece down. And this happens to be was used for something else that I didn't cut out. So it's stamped on the other side, but we'll be okay. We can use this. So this I've cut 4 by 5 1/4. Now what I want to do is decide what to put on there. I can turn around, and if I wanted to, I could stamp one of these guys, or I could use another gnome from the inside. Or what I could do, I'll just grab that. Is I have a piece of this paper that I think I can put right on the inside of this card. So I think I'm going to cut it down. It's 1 inch right now. I think what I'll do is I'll cut it down to about 3/4 of an inch. So I'm just lining that up onto the right side of my trimmer. It's not wanting to stay. There we go. And then I can just go ahead and let's just put that right in there like so. That kind of ties the front to the inside of the card as well. And then at that point, you could, you know what? I have a really neat stamp that would go really good. It's called Adorned. No, it's Seal of Approval. And this one's really neat. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Here together or miles apart, you're always there in my heart. And I think that's what I'll put on this, on the inside of this. That's kind of a nice saying to put on there. And what I did was I have all my stamps. Oh, there we go. The stamps that'll work really good. So I'm going to use, I would have used Pacific Point. Let's see. I don't know where my Pacific Point is. So I will put that on in a bit. I'm going to just go ahead and put glue on here. See, I'd used this on, actually it was a couple weeks ago, this piece. And we just put that right on there, the inside. All right. So there is card sketch number 129. I hope you enjoyed that. That one's a really fun one to do. Very simple. I'll show you another card that I'd actually done. This was last year and totally different, where it gives a different look, but kind of gives you the same sort of idea. So that was a fun one to do as well. All right. So, like I say, don't forget to enter into the mystery or the sketch challenge, and that's on my Facebook group. Also, stay tuned. Check back on Tuesday, which is 4:30 Pacific time, where I will have a pre-recorded weekly tutorial, technique video on there. So have a great time. I know I'm probably having a great time here in Vienna. Anyways, you guys take care. Bye for now.